The Puritans first gathered in 1631, and it was not until 1632 that the first meeting house was built. It was a small and simple building. The meeting house that we see today was built in 1804. It's the year that Thomas Jefferson was president. But it is large enough to seat 800 people. It boasts beautiful acoustics, and it is listed in the National Register of Historic Places.
The steeple bell, which weighs more than 1,500 pounds, was bought in 1819 from the Revere Foundry in Canton.
Putnam Chapel was built next to the first church in 1878.
The organ was purchased in 1883, and the pulpit was installed in 1888.
In 1913, Reverend James de Normandy dedicated the first 4 of the memorial plaques that hang in the sanctuary.
The steeple you see today was rebuilt in 1954 after Carol and Edna, 2 hurricanes of Category 3, damaged New England, including the church. In 1976, the first church stopped hosting religious services and becomes the headquarters for the Unitarian Universalist Urban Ministries, a non-profit agency that provides enrichment services for youth, emergency housing for families, and other community services.
As of right now, the building is going through a series of renovations broken down into 4 phases. The total rehabilitation project expenses are over $2 million. Therefore, it is impossible not to feel overwhelmed with optimism.
By taking the rapid changes in the climate into consideration, 75 years from now we envisioned a sustainable meeting house while preserving its architectural feature. First of all, an adaptation of biomimetic design. Second, enough space for a growing community garden, regular job training and basic life survival courses for displaced members of the community. And finally, a solar-powered shelter that is big enough to accommodate 30 people for 3 days while waiting on local authorities, using a passive design. The hurricane back in 1954 inspired us to design a new space which can also be used as an emergency shelter. We designed the outer shape of the shelter as a truncated cone, which can reduce the direct damage of the strong wind by changing the wind direction. And at the top of the building are 4 solar panels which can provide the main power to the whole building, and also act as a cover of the open vents below.